idea is that there is no black magic. There's only science undiscovered. Once we open up the box and look inside, we can begin to see where potentially the root causes are. And what you may also discover is that a very small failure, a 1% failure at the beginning of a supply chain can cascade through. What do you think people actually see? The 1% failure or the 35% catastrophic event? And so we circle the wagons around where the fire erupts. We can even put a firewall just upstream of where the fire is to put the fire out. But does that stop the fuel that created the flame? If the 1% failure still occurs, it will still cascade through, and eventually it will breach the firewall. You have a balloon, a little prick in it, hole in it, it's beginning to collapse. I slap a Band-Aid on it. It stops the flow of air out of the balloon. The balloon can now actually expand. We start to grow the county bigger and bigger and bigger. We're not throwing any more resources at it, so people get stretched, like the skin. You can actually see where there's thin spots on the balloon before it blows. The Band-Aid that we put in place, which initially did a good job of holding things, now does what to the balloon as the balloon grows bigger? The balloon actually becomes distorted around it. Every department that comes in contact with that firewall goes under stress. Historically, what people would do is they'd look and say, she's about to blow! They'd slap on a bigger Band-Aid, which would be the equivalent of throwing more bodies at the problem. It's something we can't do anymore. Your community continues to expand, but we're not necessarily going to be able to throw more resources at it. So we're going to have to do something different.